There's a video here about the best and worst classic WoW hardcore classes, guys. Let's see what this is all gonna be about. All right.
Experience playing classic WoW. From my experience playing classic WoW hardcore, these are my favorite classes to play, as well as my least favorite.
Okay.
You guys get ready, because damn, like this video is gonna kick the hornet's nest, because people are not gonna like what I'm about to say.
We'll see.
Go. Let's start with the 3 favorites. And then we'll do the 3 least favorite. Before we dive,
he says favorite, but the title is like best and worst. I have my opinions about this, obviously.
Into the video, though, we have to thank this channel's sponsor, Zygor.
Zygor
is World of Warcraft's ultimate add-on and also the sponsor for this channel. So
I'm getting 5.
Give them a quick shout out real fast. If you're looking for awesome leveling guides, achievement farming guides, mount collecting, gold making, you name it, guys. Check out Zygor today. Link down below in the description.
Say one if you're getting one, guys.
Zygor's free version, if you decide to upgrade to full, be sure to use Nixium for 20% off.
There we go.
My first favorite class for classic WoW hardcore is the Warlock.
The Warlock.
Now, I know what you guys are going to say. You're going to say, dude, Warlock is easy mode when it comes to classic WoW hardcore. And you know what? You are 100% correct.
Yeah.
But the Warlock, it doesn't matter if it's classic WoW hardcore or just regular leveling. The Warlock is just such a fun class to play. It's quite fun, WoW. It's so easy to fall into the class fantasy of the Warlock. Summoning demons, using health stones, consuming people's souls. Dude, it's great. You get that free mount at level 40. There's good survivability.
The free mount is OP. Okay, I'm gonna say that, dude. This is very, very busted and broken, man.
There's good survivability.
The Warlocks are insane.
Drain, the health stones. Fear is a godsend. Warlocks are just fun as a class in hardcore because you can do so much with them, and there's so much to look forward to, like getting the new pets, and you really feel like you're on an adventure as a Warlock. The only downside of playing this class is, yeah, it's pretty easy compared to the other ones, and no one's gonna pat you on the back for hitting level 60 as a Warlock, but you're gonna have a really good time along the way. If you've never played classic WoW hardcore, Warlock is always the class I say, yeah, play the Warlock first to get into hardcore. You'll have a good time. The second
Warlock is very strong and very overpowered, very, very powerful. I am like very much a melee Andy. I kind of like being up in people's faces and you know, just blasting stuff. But for me, casters can get a little bit too tedious in a way where, like, I don't know. I just prefer being up in the faces of enemies and stuff like that, right? But let's see this one. Warrior.
The class of mine in classic WoW hardcore is the Warrior.
Okay.
That's right. Kind of the exact opposite of the Warlock. The Warrior is considered the most challenging class in classic WoW
definitely.
hardcore. And
for sure.
For good reason, too. You're incredibly gear dependent. Your self-healing is non-existent. If you pull one too many mobs, you are guaranteed to die.
That's what makes it fun.
How many warrior lives has Fizzle claimed out in Duratar or the Agaman Mills family crypt? I can only imagine. You're going to have so many close calls as a warrior, but you're also going to make so many memories of getting those gear upgrades.
That's what makes it fun.
That you're going to make along the way.
Those close calls, whenever you're in a warrior and you finally get an upgrade, you finally get your new weapon, that's what makes it super, super fun, man. It really is.
Something I also really appreciate about warriors is kind of what I just said. Like, they're very gear dependent.
Yeah,
so when you get those professions like blacksmithing and you get like those armor upgrades, you really feel it.
Blacksmithing?
It's a huge accomplishment as a warrior to progress through the world and get a new weapon. It's delightful, even. Yes, they're difficult.
You're crazy.
Yes, they're a challenge. Yes, they're going to put some hair on your chest. But if you manage to hit level 20 as a warrior, you have the community's respect. If you hit level 40, dude, you've got a high place of honor as a hero in the hardcore community. And level 60, dude, you are just God sent at that point. The warrior is awesome. You will die a lot, though. And number 3.
I really agree with that, though. Warrior is super fun. All about the journey. Gear upgrades really, really matter. You're like basically scavenging for loot all the time. And whenever you get a big upgrade as a warrior, it feels so much more fun. I don't really agree with the blacksmithing. Okay, blacksmithing is insanely tedious to level. But, you know, you do you. If that's what you want to do, then perhaps you can give that a whirl. I will say the Warrior is insanely fun. It is very, very fun, but it's also a very hard class as well, right? So yeah, it's a little bit of a mixture with that, but I definitely do agree that Warrior is amazing with that.
My third favorite hardcore class. This one's going to come as a surprise to some people because nobody talks about this class.
Druid?
The Shaman.
Shaman!
Why does nobody talk about the Shaman?
Shaman is cool.
When it comes to classic WoW hardcore. The Shaman is fantastic in that it's a class that can do so much.
Yeah.
You can be like an enhancement Shaman, for example, running around as a melee dude, you know, killing people with those Wind Fury crits. You could be an elemental Shaman playing like a mage, casting lightning bolts.
Isn't that rest? Oh, he's just showing specs.
Totems, man. Totems are so useful as a Shaman.
They're sick.
Like putting down a fire totem just to blast people as you're meleeing down multiple mobs, putting down a, what's it called, a grounding totem. Like if you're being chased by a ton of mobs by accident, throw that grounding totem down and it slows them all down and it allows you to escape.
A Nixium, that's a Earthbind totem, not a grounding. Grounding is the thing that absorbs a spell. Just want to add that real fast. But I agree with the sentiment. Totems are amazing. Like Stoneclaw being able to taunt them up, like put down an Earthbind, Searing Totem, like having the abilities to like deal with stuff in a different way is what makes Shaman really cool. I really agree. Shaman is dope.
Allows you to escape. Shamans have self-healing, but it's not too overdone to the point that the class feels like boring or too easy. You get Ghost Wolf. Shaman is just great as a hardcore class.
It's very good.
The best part is going on those class quests to get those totems, dude. Like it feels like you're on a real adventure as a Shaman.
Class quests are awesome.
Questing through the world and encountering all manner of horror. Like I love the Shaman, man. Shaman immediately immerses me straight into
very
the
cool.
hardcore challenge, and so I think it's great. But now let's talk about...
I agree with that, though. Shaman, so far, we've been leveling Leno, and it has been an amazing time. I really agree. The totems are really dope, too, being able to, like, utilize those as well. But you do get really bad trouble on Shaman a lot, because you don't have, like, an easy way out always, right? Not the same way.
Oh, the part that everybody has been waiting for. The three classes that I think are the worst when it comes to classic WoW hardcore, I would actually encourage you guys to pause the video right now and leave a comment just saying, what do you think are the three worst classes? Or maybe not the worst, but just the least fun. And now here we go. The
least fun. For me, it depends. I don't know if anyone... I think Paladin is the least fun. For me, in hardcore, I would say Paladin is the least fun. Followed by probably Priest, and as the third one is hard because I don't think maybe Paladin, Priest. I was inclined to say like Druid, but actually I think Druid, yeah, maybe Druid, Paladin, Priest, Druid. I think that's what I would say personally, but I don't think they're necessarily bad, those guys. But Druid is fun. Yeah, but it's hard to do a top three. I think Paladin and Priest definitely are the bottom. Hunter is cool because you can do cool solos and stuff like that. I'd say Paladin and Priest. I don't know if I have a bottom three like that, but maybe Paladin, Priest, and Hunter.
First class that I think is the most boring to play in classic WoW hardcore is the Paladin.
Yeah, there it is.
Now I confess to you guys, my
auto attack simulator
hardcore character at the moment, not like, you know, the highest I ever got to, but at the moment my highest level character is a Paladin. And I have to say that Paladin is such a boring class when it comes to hardcore, and for a few reasons. The first reason is the fact that Paladins are like easy mode in hardcore. You have great self-healing.
You have a lot of stuff to deal with everything.
Bubble, you can do lay on hands. Combine that with a little bit of alchemy and potions. Yeah. You are unkillable as a Paladin.
They're just so strong.
Paladin, in my opinion, is even easier mode than playing a Hunter or Warlock. But the thing is,
I don't know about that.
Like with a Hunter, you have the whole thing of training your pet.
I don't know about that one, but
feeding your pet, and that's all cool. You know, taming like new mobs out in the world. That's fun. With the Warlock, you got all the different spells and abilities, and the Warlock is just an interesting class, but Paladin...
No. Okay, Warlock is easy mode, okay? I leveled Guzu, bro. You could solo literally everything, okay? Warlock is definitely easier than Pala, but Pala is less fun.
Attack class. You're just going through the hardcore challenge. You're not really under that much threat compared to other classes, and you're just auto-attacking everything down. It's pretty dull, I have to admit. Like, for the hardcore challenge, you don't really get any challenge out of it, and it's pretty dull. Now, keep in mind, I love the Paladin as a class in general, but if you're looking to play hardcore, I would never recommend a Paladin unless you just really want to
if you like it.
Mode. The second class that I would say...
I think the hardcore challenge, the most important take with the hardcore challenge, I think, is that it's only as hard as you make it yourself. You can play a really, really hard class, but make it like really easy class, but make it way harder for yourself by soloing big stuff and, you know, going big, you know?
Is my least favorite in classic WoW hardcore is the priest. And I'm going to tell you why. There's two big reasons why. The first reason why is, as a priest, you are 100% going to be wand dependent in classic WoW hardcore. You can't go and trade with a mage and get a ton of water.
It's wanding simulator.
Play like just pure spellcaster priest, you're going to be drinking water constantly. You're going to be buying water from the vendors. You're going to lose your money really fast.
Not necessarily. If you go spirit tap, you get a lot of passive regen with your spirit thingamajig for the talent. You don't drink water as a priest, not that I know of. You Shadow Word Pain and you wand and you never go literally never. But there is a lot of wanding. I do agree with that, but you do not go
You're pretty much, as a priest, forced into going full-on wand mode. And it can be fun.
If you go, like he meant if you do that. Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Priest and making my wands and stuff and leveling up the wands and whatnot. But combined with the fact
Sorry, I think I misunderstood what he said. Yeah, I take that back. I agree then. Okay, if you don't want, that's what he meant.
Have such incredible self-healing, kind of like paladins. You're just pretty much sitting there, no real threat, no real challenge to it. You're just kind of going from here and there,
chilling,
wanding down mobs, and then kind of working towards your next wand.
That can be fun too, though, to be fair.
That's the first thing, though. The second thing, though, that people don't really talk about with the priest, and this is why priest can be, like, very not so fun in hardcore. Playing a priest, like, if you have any sort of issues with anxiety, the priest is terrible. Because the thing is as a priest, everyone is going to want you to heal their dungeon group, right? Everyone's going to be like, oh, you're a priest, you know, come heal Dead Minds, come heal Ragefire Chasm, you know, whatever
the healing.
it is, Shadowfang Keep. And the thing is,
the sound is low.
Like, on modern WoW, in the normal game, if people die in the dungeon, you know, just revive, whatever.
Yeah, but if you died hardcore, you get a hate thread on Reddit and a bunch of angry people in YouTube comments, okay? You better expect that.
But when you play a priest on classic WoW hardcore, if somebody dies because you messed up and you didn't heal them, these people are trusting you with their very lives. And this could be for any healer, whether it's like a paladin, a druid, but you know, priest is
that's always gonna go, guys.
I mean, come on, it's the healer class. So if you have any sort of issues with anxiety, dude, if you run a dungeon like I did as a priest, damn, like
that can be fun too, though.
Pressure of it, you're like, oh man, like you really don't want to mess up. So, but that can be fun for a lot of people, and maybe I'm just a little too into it, but I don't like the priest for that reason, in my opinion. And
that makes it fun, though. I mean, the challenge and having those, like, the what is it called? The responsibility in a dungeon can be really fun as well, and can make it, like, a lot more enjoyable to do those things.
The third class that, at least for me, is the least fun in classic WoW hardcore. This was really hard. It was really hard to choose a third class. It was really just those two that I wanted to pick on. But there's one more that I would say is not very fun. It can be in some respects, but they're not fun overall, I think.
Okay.
And that is the Druid.
Here we go. Okay.
Now here's the thing about the Druid. The Druid is a really cool class in that they're very versatile. They can do pretty much anything.
True.
They've got a ton of cool buffs that they can apply to themselves. They've got some decent self-healing and stuff, and they can fulfill any role. You could be like a warrior-esque Druid playing as like some big beefy bear tank. You could be a DPS cat, kind of like a rogue. Rogues are a lot of fun in classic.
Don't say boomkin.
Or you can be a spellcasting balance Druid.
Dude, you're gonna be that's not gonna be fun, okay? If you go boomkin, it's not gonna be fun. You're gonna be like Saryu saying you're playing boomkin, but then going into cat form and role playing that you're actually boomkin, okay?
But the thing is that unfortunately Druids fall into that issue where they can do everything, but everything that they can do, another class could do it better. Yeah. Like, would you rather play as a bear Druid and play hardcore like that, or play as a warrior? I think the warrior, you're going to have a lot more fun.
Bear Druids are not bad, though, to be fair, but yeah, I get what he means.
Would you rather be the cat or be the rogue? I think Rogue's going to be a lot more fun because you can vanish and sap mobs and pick locks and stuff. You know, would you rather be a balanced Druid and run out of mana every 2 spells, or be a mage? So I think that, like, Druids are cool as a hardcore class, and they can be fun, but I don't know. I just think that they miss the mark a little bit, at least for me. I've never really been able to get into playing a Druid, and if you were to tell me right now, like, hey, you know, make a Druid and start playing him, I'd be a little towards the idea, I admit. Really hard choice.
I think it could be fun to do a Druid. It's really hard to do. I think for me, it's mainly just Paladin and Priest. Those are my bottom 2. I think every class is fun, though. I don't think there's anything that's like sucks generally, but I think most are fun. Yeah, generally speaking.
Really difficult in terms of choosing a third class that I thought was kind of
I agree.
compared to the others. What do you guys think, though? What are your 3 favorite and what are your 3 least favorite? Leave a comment down below. Thank you guys for watching.
Okay, cool little video.
Tell me right now.
Obviously, very subjective. It's basically his take on what he thinks is more fun or not. I think everybody can somewhat agree with the Paladin and the Priest statement to a certain degree. I think Druid can be cool, but I also understand why he says what he does, right? Paladin, though, and Priest, for me, probably ain't the hottest, right? But cool little video there. Druid needs some mana buff desperately. You probably need to do Feral Druid if you're leveling as Druid for sure, but yeah, there we go, dude. There we go. Nice little video from Nixium talking about some hardcore stuff.